Hello and welcome to a long awaited video, the introduction of Red Cell Operator or RCO, our first iteration of a Red Cell operation. Now it's been a while since we've last uploaded a video and quite frankly it feels a little bit strange being behind a microphone again, but I better get used to that again because we are finally returning back to YouTube, having spent these last couple of months refining the very course you are seeing. Now, I will try not to take up too much of your time, and the purpose of this video is to demonstrate at a high level the course's content, some prerequisites, labs, and a few other things. Now, the course's landing page is pretty self-explanatory, but to highlight some of the most riveting content that you will learn in this course is understanding a red team's pre-engagement planning and the essential components that constitute it. You'll also learn how to perform effective OSINT throughout several different fields. One of those fields being gathering compromised credentials from leaked databases. Another big one, you'll also learn to bypass multi-factor authentication using man-in-the-middle proxies with EvilJinx 2. Another big one here is exploiting Kerberos and Active Directory and its authentication model, its weaknesses to perform stuff like forging bespoke tickets, abusing permissions, and ultimately achieving domain administrator rights. And you can have a read throughout this in your own time. And additionally, I've composed a syllabus. And then you'll notice in this syllabus, every unit, which is part of a module, highlights at a high level the objectives for which it covers. So, scrolling down here a little, you'll find the various content that is covered. So for example, let's take something like, I don't know, using third-party tools, right? In this unit, you'll learn how to compile third-party .NET tools yourself, and also understand how Sliver is capable at executing both .NET and native PE binaries. Again, take a look at this in your own time and see if this is something you're interested in. And have a look through the objectives that each unit covers. And I probably didn't do much justice in highlighting the content that it covers because it is far more than what I've described it to be. You'll also notice that currently CourseStack is showing the course to be free. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Now, the final price has not been agreed upon yet, but it will be announced on Discord in the coming weeks. And I'll leave a link to our Discord channel below. Now, for the prerequisites, quite frankly, there are no prerequisites that are required to participate in this course, but a very basic understanding of your common network principles, such as IP, TCP, could help. And additionally, an understanding of programming paradigms, such as functions, loops, are also helpful. Now, again, don't worry, each unit goes into detail about the content that is covered, but you may have to perform a little bit of your own research in the areas that you are not familiar with, which is a standard practice in offensive work anyway. Now, the third point is perhaps the most important prerequisite. Having a desire to learn and push boundaries is what truly excels red team operators. Now, this course will not be complete without any labs, and thus it has 36 unique labs in total, each relevant to its own unit. And also each unit has numerous theoretical challenge questions about the content that is covered within it, to kind of provide you a balance of both theoretical and practical understanding. Now, as for the credits, if you've watched our earlier video on the introduction of labs, you will remember that CourseStack uses a lab usage metric called credits. And essentially credits allow you to spawn instances of labs and participate in them. Now, 4 credits typically provides an hour of runtime, but you'll only really need 144 credits, which is approximately 36 hours. Now, to ensure that you don't need much more than that, just remember to shut down your systems whenever you are done with them, as otherwise your credits will be used up. It's also worth noting that even if you don't end up using all of your credits on this course alone, they can be used on other courses too, so they are not tied to Red Cell Operator. And I believe you can actually use those credits within other content creator content. Now, the most important section of this course, updates. Now, as you should already know, red teaming and other cybersecurity fields are constantly growing with new TTPs. Given this nature, this course is due to undergo updates. Now, this won't involve actual changes to the content, but rather new content additions, updates to tooling and TTPs, and the overall improvements to quality. So for example, in initial access here, one of the other units that we want to add is email spoofing, and that is going to be part of an update to the course. So essentially the course will be constantly evolving. So by version 1.0, keep in mind we are currently in version 0.1. This course will include an exam to supplement it. So you'll also be able to acquire a certificate upon completion of a set of labs, also a mock exam at the end of the course, and obviously much more content for the value of your money. And just keep in mind that whenever an update is made, it will be highlighted in the release notes. Now, to showcase to you how our labs function, whenever you are done reading through the theoretical content, you'll be able to find the challenges and the various labs in the exercises section. So you'll notice here that we have some standard theoretical challenge questions. And if we scroll down here a little bit further, you'll notice that some of the units will be equipped with practical labs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the relevant lab group. And then once every system is up and running, I can scroll down here and follow the set out exercises. So in this case, I am going to need to create a connection to Kali. And then whenever you are done with a particular exercise, you'll be prompted to proceed, which in this case, it is providing the value of psexec in the C users administrator flags folder. Now, one thing I want to note before you start the labs, in particular, the ones associated with Active Directory, because the labs were made from images which had static IP addresses, just give it a little bit of time for Active Directory's DHCP server to initialize the hosts with new IP addresses. It's also worth noting that you should use fully qualified domain names whenever you are communicating to remote systems within the lab environment. It's a little bit complex the way DNS works in CoreStack, the platform we are hosting our course on, but we've tried our best to offload any configuration that you need to perform by yourself. So just give it a little bit of time for initialization to occur. Now, you will have noticed that we used a Kali instance provided within the lab group, and this instance contains every tool you require and everything you need to successfully complete the course. But in the case where you want to bring in your own system, you can just navigate into the systems section here and download the VPN config. And then to connect via the VPN, you can use the OpenVPN command followed by the name of the configuration file. Now, because most systems are configured to connect to the lab-based Kali instance, they connect via the hostname and not IP address. And this is because CoreStack generates random IPs for every host upon launching the lab, so it utilizes host names instead. So in this instance, you can just create yourself a new operator profile and then copy the output here. And then within your Sliver client configs folder, you can output the configuration file here. And then whenever you connect via the Sliver client, you can select your connector. So in this case, it is Sunflower. And then you'll notice that we have connected to the Kali instance that is running within our labs. And this way you can use your own tools and your own Kali instance if you want to. And that pretty much covers everything you need to know about the course. we'll also be doing a giveaway where we will give complete access to this course, including the 36 hours of lab runtime. And for that giveaway, we will be picking out 3 winners. So if you're interested about that, do feel free to join our Discord channel where you can find more information. Now, it has taken us a long time to compose this course, so thank you for being patient. But you can see here in the syllabus, there's a lot of information that is covered here. And everything that is covered here is sure to make you a good, not good, an excellent, an extraordinary red team operator. And as for the videos, I am going to go on holiday back to the motherland next week. So I'll start making videos once I'm back again, I promise. And once again, thank you for being very patient. It's been your host, Urban National Tennis, and I shall see you in the next one.